before we know it, it's gonna be spring and I need to have these beds ready. And I need to chop down this tick seed forest before it gets out of control. We'll probably not do any talking because I'm actually gonna watch some seed haul videos on YouTube while I do this. This is a self-care day. This is how I self-care. I have wine, I have seed hauls, fresh air, and dirty hands. I like weeding. I really do like weeding. But after about 4 hours, I kind of want to do something else, you know? But I think I need to do something else for a minute. I got out here at 8:30. I know it's after 12. It may be close to 1 o'clock, and I have barely put a dent in it. So it has to get, like, it literally has to get done because I have seedlings that are gonna need to come outside soon, right? And it has to be ready for spring. So I'm just talking to you for a minute. I'm just gonna talk for a minute. I wish the beds were higher so that I could sit on my stool instead of on my knees. Maybe that's what it is. I'm not comfortable. I can't find a comfortable position when I'm weeding. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Not sure which direction this video is going to take. It was supposed to be just weeding, just a really quick weeding kind of a thing. I thought if I just stayed at it, I could knock it out real fast. Some of these little tick seed trees are like this big, and I think I might save those and then just chuck the rest of them, compost the rest of them. Maybe put them in pots or something until the garden is planted up for spring, and then I can place them where I have gaps that I need big giant yellow trees. I'm gonna quit talking and do something. Okay, I have 3 bricks here. I'm gonna use them to lift up this half wine barrel over here that got full of water and drowned all my carrots. I'm gonna use it like pot feet. You've heard of pot feet, right? For planter pots. I think the pot just kind of buried itself, and that's how the water couldn't get out. Anyway, I think that's basically the shape I need. This thing's gonna be very heavy. I'm gonna do the best I can. Oh yeah, that's really heavy. So we're not gonna lift it, we're just gonna roll it. Get it up on there. There it is. Oh, I was hoping to get it closer to this stick though. Let's see. Can I? So much heavy breathing going on right now. Oh my goodness. Okay. There we go. Oh, it's up off the ground. I'm gonna need to sit down for a minute. Hello. Okay, so my stepdaughter Shelby came out and helped me weed. Bless her. Thank you. Thank you, Shelby. She came out and knocked out a good chunk. Look. Look at it. I know. So I did a little stirrup hoeing. Did a little raking. A little hoeing, a little raking. And Shelby did a lot of pulling. She found a snail that had a clutch of eggs. I've seen snails. Never seen snails with eggs all over it. Maybe once when I was a teenager in my aquarium, I had one of those yellow aquarium snails and it laid eggs all over the back of the pump for the cleaner. Anyway, that's a terrible story. Saw a snail with eggs. Still got a lot more weeding to do around the onions and in the strawberries, but it's gonna have to be another day because right now We're coming up on 3, 4 o'clock on a Sunday. I have refilled my wine. I've only had one full glass today, so there. I only have one. I think I'm going to plant some of my seedlings that I need to get planted. I'm going to plant some lacinato kale, and I'm going to plant some red Russian kale. So I just wanted to straighten up my drip tubing a bit. It was a little bit, you know, wonky. Okay, so lacinato kale, I'm gonna put more back. Chloe, I'm gonna put it more back towards this trellis here, towards the middle back of the bed, and then the red Russian kale I'm gonna put towards the front, because the lacinato kale is gonna get a lot taller and bigger, is my thinking. I want to keep everything in this tight little like 2-foot band right here, because I think the rest of this bed is gonna be peppers and eggplant, and I'm growing quite a lot of variety of peppers this year, and I don't want to go all the way down but towards my strawberries and onions with the peppers. I kind of want to keep it more in the middle right here. Anyway, I talk a lot. I just talking to you. Anyway, so here's my red Russian kale. Not pretty. These seedlings have been in here since the 30th of December. It's almost the middle of February, so they're ready to come out. It's root. Look at all those roots. Oh gosh, I did the seed on the 1st of December. You see, when you don't pop them up, they stay tiny. They're just stunted. Let's see. Let's see what the roots look like. Oh, yeah. It's not even root bound. It's just been stunted. Just stunted. Anyway, I have 4. Okay. Delicious. That's too deep of a hole. I don't know why I want that deep. These are little babies. Little babies. There's one. I'm probably gonna do about 8 inches apart. I know they're gonna get big, I do. But I'm hoping to make some delicious kale. I saw some kale and onion chips on Facebook. Like, you massage them with oil and salt. It was like red onions and kale, and they massaged them. Maybe it was like a mustard vinaigrette or something, and sea salt. Anyway, it looked delicious. Last one. So I know these are too close together. I know. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna take the whole tub. Look at that. That's crazy. First one, got a lot of root on it. There we go, still got a lot of root on it. There's my little baby. Red Russian kale. Here we go, right in the hole. Boom. That's beautiful. I think someone commented on one of my other videos, do I use any amendments when I'm transplanting? No. I'm trying to get away from using amendments as much as I can. I'm just trying to cultivate healthy soils and encourage the earthworms, and not using any synthetic things or artificial things, or I have used some Espoma poultry manure, like composted poultry manure. I do use fish emulsion, but I don't add a whole lot. I have some Dr. Earth Grow that has the mycorrhizae or whatever, but a lot of the stuff that's coming out now about the mycorrhizae is that most of it is specific to the plant. So whatever's in that bag mix may not be the type that whatever I'm planting needs. So I'm not relying so much on mycorrhizae touted products. I just add good stuff to my soil. Compost, I'm making my own compost. I leave the roots of old plants in the ground. I use fish emulsion, earthworm castings, maybe a little bit of poultry manure. And I just let the worms come in. I do use leaves and aged wood mulch. That's about it. And we'll see how things do. Things so far, they're doing really good, but we'll see. I think next year I will top off all my beds though with some fresh garden mix from the rock yard. So anyway, I've been on here for 9 minutes talking. Okay, bye. Okay, very last thing I'm gonna do today. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I've been out here since 8:30. I think it's after 5. I'm not sure what time it is, but it's late. Last thing I'm gonna do is some chamomile. Just gonna sprinkle it around. I've got dozens of seedlings here. It can take a light frost, so let's break off some pieces here. I'm gonna try to get as much root as possible. Like if I pull off just one, like that's one baby. And there's so many babies. This chamomile cannot take our heat, so I'm glad I got it started early and get it out into the garden. And maybe I can actually harvest some chamomile for tea, like the flowers for tea, before we get too hot. So this is exciting. All right, I'm done, guys. I'm so done right now. So I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.